welcome to PDX Soul, where we fuel your fandom. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome back. And that was wrong. No, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome. And those of you who are coming back, welcome back. That's what I meant to say. I don't think I've had enough coffee today. It's been a weird day today already, so I apologize in advance. But we're doing something a little bit different today. I am a stay. I'm a Stray Kids stan. They are my alt group. They are really the only K-pop group that I follow. So I really don't have any knowledge at all of other K-pop artists or groups. Never watched any of their music videos other than what I've caught snippets of when I go to my favorite Korean restaurants and they're playing. I've heard a couple of songs from BTS and ATEEZ and things like that, either on the radio, because I tune into a radio show where you can make requests, and I have friends that have requested some of those songs. I didn't pay too close attention to them. I'm sure that if I heard them again, I would be like, oh, I've heard this before. And I am familiar with the groups that were on Kingdom Legendary War only through that show. I never looked into any of their songs or music videos outside of the performances they did on Kingdom Legendary War with Stray Kids. So really that's all the exposure that I have. And I'm one of those people that really, I love the whole package. It's not just, oh, I love them because of their music. One of the things I love about Stray Kids is I love their personalities. I love their hard work. I love their work ethic. I love them as individuals and as a group holistically. And so I kind of want to start with the guides to some of these groups before diving into some of their music. So because ATEEZ is one of the groups that I am familiar with from Kingdom, and I really liked their interaction with Stray Kids, and I liked their personalities from the show. I'd like to get to know them more first, I think. And they actually just recently, they're doing their tour right now, and they just recently were not far from me. I did not get a chance to go see the show, but I do have some friends in my Stray Kids fan club. We have an unofficial fan club, PDX Stay, here in the Portland, Oregon area, and I have several of our members that are, my dog just walked in if you hear all that. All that noise. Several of our members are multi-stands, and several of them actually did go to the ATEEZ concert up in Seattle. So I would like to become more familiar with these guys. We're going to start with the complete guide to ATEEZ 2024 by Hongjoong. That's the channel. I'll link it down below. I tried to find a complete 2025 guide and I didn't see one. I kind of scrolled down a bit through YouTube, and I saw like a lighthearted guide, but I really like the in-depth guides. I like to know as much as I can about them so they can really connect and also pick who my bias is. So we're going to start with this one, and then if anybody knows of an updated 2025 guide that's a really good guide, please comment that one in the comments so that I can go check that one out and see if there's any new information that I have missed. So we're going to jump in here with the complete guide to ATEEZ. It's a 1 hour and 10-minute video. So I'm really, really hoping that I don't need to break it up into parts, but my daughter just walked in the room, so it's very possible I'll get interrupted at some point and I might need to split it up. So we will see how this goes. Let's get started. Okay, here we go. I don't know if I'm ready for this. I know that one of the things that I know about ATEEZ, okay, first of all, I have 2 questions, and I'm hoping that it will be answered. Hold on. Seriously, I'm trying to record a video and you're interrupting me because you can't wait for your Pop-Tart. Like literally. Thank God for the ability to edit. Okay. All right. Let's go. Oh, before I get started, I have a couple of questions. And the guide might answer this for me. But my first question is this. Is it A, ATEEZ, or B, ATEEZ? I've heard it pronounced both ways. I'm pretty sure it's ATEEZ. I'm trying to remember back from when I was watching Kingdom. I'm pretty sure they were saying ATEEZ. But I wasn't paying that close attention because I was just there for Stray Kids at the time. So which way do you pronounce it? The second question I have is the fan base name. Is it ATINY or ATINY? I feel like it's spelled ATINY, but it's pronounced ATINY. Hope. I think that they'll say it. Maybe they'll say it, and hopefully I'll catch it. But I'm not sure which it is. Don't come after me. I'm new. I'm new to ATEEZ. Don't come after me. Okay, let's go. Well, thank you. Welcome. Oh. I know these guys are super theatrical. Okay, I'm strapped in, but I don't know if I'm ready. Sorry in advance for the voiceover. I may sound like a child, but I'm 21, just a bad speaker, and was sick for half of it. Oh. Okay, well, hopefully this isn't like an absolute disaster, but we appreciate you putting this guide together no matter what. I mean, it takes a lot to be a creator, so thank you for the effort, no matter what.
ATEEZ is an 8-member group from KQ Entertainment, consisting of Hongjoong, Seonghwa, Yunho, Yosung, San,
I know. San is one of the ones I know.
Mingi, Wooyoung,
I think he's my bias.
and Choreography.
So from my interactions, or the interactions that I saw them have on Kingdom, Wooyoung has been my ATEEZ bias so far because I just love his personality. He's really funny. He's playful, and I loved his interactions with Changbin in particular. But he just seemed very, I don't even know how to explain it, but so far, because I don't know anything about them, he is my ATEEZ bias. We're going to see if that changes at the end of this guide. And I love Yunho on Love Poem. He has such a pretty voice. Oh, okay, well now I know where the name stems from. Okay, ATEEZ.
ATEEZ debuted on October 24th, 2018, making them a 4th-generation K-pop group. The name ATEEZ originally stood for Everything Teenagers A to Z.
Okay, I love when I find out where the names came from. That is really, really cool. I actually really like that about them.
Encapsulating their goal of discussing the hardships and growing pains of youth, and inspiring self-advocacy, perseverance, and the breaking of boundaries. Their fandom was officially named ATINY for ATEEZ plus Destiny on November 17th.
That's really cute. That's a really cute fan name, and I love the meaning behind it. I love that.
The numbers 1024 and 1117 are important to ATEEZ and show up everywhere, such as in the song Star 1117, through which the members express their love and gratitude for ATINYs. The number 8 for 8 members is perhaps most significant.
I had no idea that you guys are the...
I love this guy. I do not know who this guy is, but I saw him in an interview. I've seen snippets of his interview with Stray Kids, and his reaction to Felix's voice is hilarious.
I had no idea that you guys are the most successful K-pop group that's not a part of like the big 4 companies. It's incredible.
Their story is one of incredible organic growth. KQ was a very small company and didn't have the funds and resources that those bigger companies had. Nonetheless, the CEO believed in ATEEZ's potential and took on big risks to push them into the market. KQ was very smart about choosing where to invest their money and how best to use their limited resources. For example, ATEEZ's debut music videos, Pirate King and Treasure, were filmed in Morocco. At the cost of travel expenses, they were able to take advantage of impressive natural landscapes as free sets. In a recent interview, the CEO says, "We wanted to send them to the US for lessons, but we were cash-strapped. I remember deciding to dig into my own pockets to send the members to the US as planned."
That is super impressive. That is a sign of a really good company that is willing to invest of themselves to really promote their artists. I think that speaks a lot about the company that found them. I think that's really impressive, and I'm hoping that I find out at the end of this that KQ is still around, because I don't know. I've never heard of this company. I've mostly heard of the big four, and then there's a couple of other smaller companies that I know are associated with other big groups, but I've never heard of KQ. Please let them still be around. That's awesome.
The members spent 1 month in LA training under the name KQ Fellows.
Cute.
As evidence of the members' strong drive and determination, they returned as performers so skilled that they went viral for their dancing even before their debut.
Pick it up, groove. Baby girl, watch how you move. I got them vests on my shoes. I pop a pill and I lose. Wait, speed it up. Look at the diamonds, they eat it up. Got me 2 bitches, I eat it up. They thinking I'm wife and deleting them. Oh wait, pints in, call up rocket. My brother put like a socket. Kicking this door, yeah, I got him. Open the safe, you can't lock it. Sipping that walk, yeah, I go to the top. Bustin' your bitch like a Glock. She like to suck on my clock. I get that money, don't stop.
Okay, I do have to point out, I'm actually surprised. Now, again, I have limited knowledge of K-pop. My K-pop knowledge is really Stray Kids. And I've heard some swearing and some innuendo, both in Stray Kids songs and in some other songs. But that actually seems, and I've heard that ATEEZ is a little on the extreme side. So I'm actually, that song choice actually is kind of shocking to me for K-pop artists. And correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if that's like way off base, but just from my limited knowledge, that was actually kind of, I'm surprised at the explicitness of that song.
Following this, they were challenged by the company to choreograph and direct performances on their own for their debut.
Okay.
Their hard work earned them high praise from key industry figures like Leah Kim.
표정 한 사람 한 사람 더 살아있는 게 더 느껴지고.
감사합니다.
So Leah Kim is chief choreographer of 1 Million Dance Studio, trains idols in the Big Four, and choreographed many of K-pop's most iconic dances. Okay. I feel like her face is familiar.
And Riehata.
Queen of Swag, choreographed for BTS, Twice, NCT, and others. Danced with Chris Brown, Lady Gaga. Okay, wow. So she's pretty big in dance.
Almost 6 years after their debut, ATEEZ consistently shows efforts to improve their performances. The members shared that they were practicing more intently than ever leading up to Coachella.
If I were to express our stage in one line, then it'd be that putting everything online. Yes, it's those lyrics from Jungkook. It seems most fitting. Okay.
This culminated in a stunning performance that even impressed non-ATINY K-pop fans and locals. Even after the media was flooded with praise for
ATEEZ Jungho is once again going viral for Go Jungho! Oh, I know he's the maknae, right? So yes, I always love that, like, Stray Kids maknae is in the vocal line as well. So I love it when the maknaes really get to shine. That's awesome.
Even after the media was flooded with praise for Jungho's incredible vocals, he went straight back to LA after their performance for vocal lessons.
Wow, that's dedication.
Hongjoong stayed to watch a few performances from other artists and went to work on new music.
Gave me big inspiration. So after that, I just make music after go back to hotel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I love it. You were right back to work.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Besides work ethic, a major factor in ATEEZ's success is their commitment to building their own distinct image and sound. While they have experimented with a vast range of genres, they have a strong, recognizable flavor.
How do you know it was finished?
So when we replay the song full, and everyone thought that, oh, it's cool, and it's only ATEEZ can do this song, and then it finish. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it has to. The song only could be for you and nobody else.
Yeah, I think.
The members work together with their production team ATINY to create songs that are not only hits, but also fit seamlessly into ATEEZ's discography, overarching concept, and lore. Here's a sample of.
I'm super curious about lore because Stray Kids has a very complicated lore, and I don't know anything about other groups and their lore. How many groups? Does every K-pop group have lore, or how does that work? So I'm really curious about their lore. That will be something that's really, and I might, when I react to their music, I might start at the beginning and work my way through from start to now. There's a word for that. Anyway, I might just follow the timeline from their first song through current music and see if I can put the lore together and do some research on that.
Into ATEEZ's discography, overarching concept, and lore. Here's a sample of some ATEEZ title tracks.
Bouncy is one that I have heard of a ton, and I know that other artists cover Bouncy quite a bit, so I'm really curious about this song. They definitely have a very electronica sound. It's kind of a dark electronica vibe underlying all of these songs, which I actually really like. I love heavy bass. I have synesthesia, and it's very music centric, and so I really love a heavy bass. That's my jam.
Their B-sides are definitely not to be skipped either. ATEEZ are known for their hard-hitting, high-energy, and anthem-like songs. But their more vocal-heavy songs should not be overlooked when their vocals are this good.
Is it Seonghwa? Is that his name? His vocal is deeper than I expected it to be. I don't know why, looking at him, I thought he would be more, not as husky. It's not that he's got a low voice necessarily, but it's a husky sound, and I wasn't expecting that.
producer was so inspired by ATEEZ's live vocals that he created a whole show called Soundbomb 360, focused entirely on sound. Coming back to their unique concept, ATEEZ has a massive, well-developed storyline that runs through their music videos, live performances, and even promotional materials in the wild.
I'm curious. So I also follow an artist. I haven't been following him recently, but I followed an artist named Dimash Kudaibergen, who is from Kazakhstan. And he, kind of like K-pop, he has a very wide range of styles that he covers. And there was a performance that he did that ended, or like the started, I can't remember which one, with him, this kind of thing where he was kind of being dragged off stage. It is very similar to this scene. I cannot remember for the life of me what song or performance it was, but I'm curious if this inspired him at all, because it's very reminiscent, and I think ATEEZ did it first. So I'm curious. Now I'm gonna have to go back and watch that performance and see how similar. That's very interesting to me. Very much like this.
And even promotional materials in the wild. ATINYs have made amazing in-depth video analyses, and there is even a lore master document.
Oh, there's a lore master document? Somebody please put that together for Stray Kids, because their lore is so complicated. No, they said they linked it in this, so I'm going to, as soon as this is done, I'm going to go and start doing some research on the lore. But I don't want to spoil too much. What I might do is I might download it or access it and then have it as I go through the videos. We'll see how they have it structured, and I might utilize that as I'm going through in my reactions. Ooh, that's exciting. I really appreciate fan bases who put so much energy and love into following these guys, because these artists, I find this about K-pop so far more than any other genre that I've been interested in. The amount of love and effort that the artists put in for their fans, I think it's definitely reciprocated by the fan base. I think we show how much we appreciate it by investing so much energy and time and love into them. So I love that about K-pop.
In-depth video analyses, and there is even a lore master document. But to give you an overview, there is a World A and a World Z. World A is like our dimension. In World Z, there is a futuristic dystopian city called Strickland, ruled by a tyrannical government. Music, creative freedom, and artistic expression are banned and suppressed via brain implants. In this dimension, ATEEZ forms a resistance movement, calling themselves the Black Pirates.
Okay, so that brings in the pirate element that I saw so much of in Kingdom Legendary War. All of their performances had like a pirate theme to it in some way, and they were all kind of like following each other. So that helps me understand the reasoning behind that.
ATEEZ forms a resistance movement, calling themselves the Black Pirates, aka HoloTees. The government creates android guardians to hunt them down, and HoloTees are captured. World Z Hongjoong travels to World A using the Chromer to enlist the help of Hongjoong and his friends. ATEEZ. Every album comes in 3 versions, A, Z, and Diary. The Diary version contains diary excerpts that provide a bulk of the storyline. There are also...
That is super cool. I have multiple versions of several of the Stray Kids albums. So I always love when there's different versions offered, because you get a different aspect of the storyline, the music, kind of, it provides different pictures. And that is super cool. I love the diary aspect of that. That is something I'm super curious about.
The diary version contains diary excerpts that provide a bulk of the storyline. There are also short films released on KQ's YouTube channel that serve as visual storytelling.
I have to comment, the fact that they have such limited resources, and I'm sure that ATEEZ has helped a lot with kind of bolstering KQ's resources at this point, because they are so insanely popular. I'm sure that they've been able to have access to things that they didn't have before, partly thanks to the success of ATEEZ. But for not being one of the big four, not having nearly as much resources available to them, the visuals of this are stunning. I love me a good music video with a good storyline. I love when it's clearly had a lot of effort put into it, and you can see that in ATEEZ's videos.
That serve as visual storytelling. Their creative team, set designers, costume designers, hair and makeup professionals, and notably, their choreographers, namely BB Trippin, all do amazing work to help ATEEZ curate their unique image and tell a story. ATEEZ brings this rich lore to life with their stunning performance and acting skills. True to their goal, it's hard to imagine any other group putting on the performances that ATEEZ do.
Wow. I come from a theater background, and it is not easy, especially in the West. You don't find artists that put in that much emotion. If it's a song that they find particularly emotional, or like a very personal song, sure, you're gonna get a really good emotional performance. But you don't see Western artists putting in this much theatricality and pulling you in the way that you see K-pop artists do. And that acting right there was beautiful. Beautiful. I would have been so invested in that performance.
ATEEZ do.
Look at that face.
Their talent has gained ATEEZ the title of fourth generation leaders. They may be yet to clutch certain big awards, but their impact is undeniable. They humbly focus on their performance and ATINY. They aren't shy about using any opportunity to perform and see ATINY, whether it be K-cons, competition shows, or fan meetings.
I saw them. They showed up at a beach in California where there was groups doing K-pop dances, and they showed up, and it was the cutest thing, and I loved that for the fans, for ATINY. I loved that for ATEEZ. I thought that was super sweet. Look at this.
Even if these stages may be less glamorous than solo concerts,
they put in the grind.
This mindset evidently paid off, establishing them as performers revered by their 후배s and highly praised by their peers and 선배님s.
펑 미쳤다님께서 에이티즈의
Which stage performance did you like from ATEEZ that made you realize Hongjoong was the perfect choice to be featured on ATINY?
어떤 무대를 보면서 이니미니 피처링으로 홍중이 딱이겠다 느끼셨나요?
모든 무대. 저는 그냥 늘상 에이티즈님들의 팬이었어요. 이게 무대를 보고 제가 우와 너무 잘한다라고 이제 희번딱 되는 분들이었어요. 에이티즈님들이 그 특별한 에너지가 있고 그분들만 할 수 있는 그 퍼포먼스가 또 되게 막 에너제틱하고 그러잖아요.
에이티즈를 그렇게 원래부터 극찬에 극찬을 해왔다고 들었어요.
네, 모든 후배들이 다 최선을 다하겠지만 에이티즈는 열심히도 하고 열심히 하는데 잘하는 게 참 큰 특징인 것 같아요. 제가 뭐는 아닙니다만 제 판단에는 저는 차세대는 에이티즈라고 보고 있습니다. 네.
They were even named the 2020 promotional ambassadors by the Korean Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, and were invited to perform at the Blue House in 2022 to celebrate the anniversary of Korea's liberation.
Wow.
Beyond this, They have been rapidly gaining global recognition. Their first tour in 2019 consisted of 800-person capacity clubs. Their next US tour in 2022 sold more than 43,000 tickets and grossed more than 4.6 million.
Good job, guys.
Marking one of the fastest rises for K-pop artists in Billboard box score history. In 2022, they became the first fourth-generation K-pop group to perform at the Grammy Museum. And were recently invited back in 2024 to cut the ribbon of the Grammy Museum's brand new K-pop exhibition starring ATEEZ.
That is awesome. I love that the Grammy Museum has that because K-pop is really its own world. It's you can't really put it in with any other genre of music. It's something otherworldly. It's like its own planet. So I love that the Grammy Museum has that, and I think it's super cool that ATEEZ got to be a part of that.
In 2023,
ATEEZ have topped the Billboard 200 chart for the first time with their newly released second album. The success sets a marker for smaller K-pop agencies in Korea, with the band's representative KQ Entertainment becoming the first such company outside the so-called Big Four firms to have a #1 album on the Billboard 200.
In 2024, ATEEZ became the first K-pop boy group to perform at Coachella thanks to their impressive live performance resume.
At Coachella. I know, okay, yeah, at Coachella. That's awesome. I didn't realize they were the first K-pop boy group to perform at Coachella. I know they're not the first group that's been invited, but to have them be the first ones that actually performed at Coachella, that is remarkable. That is very cool.
To perform at Coachella thanks to their impressive live performance resume. And this summer, ATEEZ will head back to Morocco to become the first K-pop act to perform at Mawazine and will be headliners.
That's very cool.
ATINYs and spectators alike anticipate bigger milestones and awards to follow.
This is what we call style. Nice.
Now that you know a little about ATEEZ, I'll start you off on your ATINY journey with a brief introduction to the members. Every single ATEEZ member is a stellar dancer and performer and a visual.
Cute.
They each have distinctly charming personalities, but together they are very chaotic and have a boyish energy.
What is happening? Somebody tell me what just happened. Who ended up on the floor? This is the kind of thing that I love. This is just adorable.
They are very chaotic
Who
and
is
have
that?
a boyish energy.
Leaving. They're out. This is Seonghwa.
They are between the ages of 23 and 26, and with only a 2-year age gap between the oldest and youngest, they are extremely close.
Wow.
A large proportion of ATINYs are OT8, meaning they can't pick a bias. And even if they do, they often have their bias wrecked by several other members. Let's see how well you fare.
중학교 때 그 마이클 잭슨의 음악을 계속 이제 어렸을 때부터 종종 접하다가 인스트루멘탈에 이제 꽂힌 거예요. 그 목소리 뒤에 있는 소리. 근데 그때 당시에는 아무것도 모르니까 이게 어떻게 나오는 소리까에 궁금증을 가졌어요. 떡잎
되게 남다르네요. 시작이 사운드 메이킹에 관심.
네, 맞아요.
He made a demo CD and mailed it to KQ, but they had no plans to create a new team at the time. A year later, the team later found it in a storage room and contacted Hongjoong to ask if he was still making music. Hongjoong initially applied as a producer, but happily accepted the offer to become an idol instead. He is truly in love with music, spending long nights in the studio instead of going home to sleep. He has grown into a genius producer, able to create masterpieces from madness-induced visions.
Is he okay? Did somebody break Hongjoong? Get that boy off the floor. Somebody help that man.
아, 그 제목이 기억이 안 나는데 하여튼 끝이 기다리는 시작으로
I noticed this about him in Kingdom. He always commands attention. He always makes his presence very known. So the fact that he is, from what I'm understanding from this, he is considered the leader, that makes a lot of sense.
Attention! Eyes on me now. If it's state of mind, it's too pointless. We're still young and wild. We gonna fight. You are totally mine. 지도가 부르는 곳, 그 섬은 곳. 만인의 꿈이 직업. 끝이 꿈꾸는 시작. 날개를 펴고 영원히 철없게 like Peter.
He's an amazing rapper with a unique style. He created his iconic laughter tag to suit the pirate concept. He is very versatile and experiments a lot with each of his verses.
I was just thinking, I don't want you guys to come after me because I keep on mentioning Stray Kids in this video, but please keep in mind that's the only real basis that I have for this, so I have nothing else to compare it to. But the reason I say that is because the way that he changes up his sound when he raps reminds me a lot of Changbin. It's one of the things I love about Changbin. So I already potentially have a new bias. I really love K-pop rappers. Way better than Western rappers in my experience, my personal opinion. That's how I feel about it. I just love Korean rap. they have something else about them. So the fact that he raps like this and he switches it up so much, he has such a different sound every time he opens his mouth. Kind of love that about him.
He is also a surprisingly good vocalist.
Sit back and relax, everybody.
And I'm good at our position.
As for dancing,
he is like super nasty. Like his face is just grimy with it and his whole body like digs into it. He's gonna give you that superstar energy.
Hongjoong's captivating facial expressions make him part of ATEEZ's Demon line.
Okay, now we're getting into the lines. I'm really curious because I've heard mention of the Demon line. I was like, what does that mean? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? But I love good facial expressions. I love, again, it's when it draws you in and you forget that like the rest of the world exists. That is a good performance to me. And his facial expressions clearly do that.
Off stage, Hongjoong has a hobby of reforming clothes and accessories. Recently, Hongjoong designed, commissioned, and personally paid for friendship rings for his members after Seonghwa expressed his desire for one. As a creative, Hongjoong has a strong appreciation of fashion. He has a unique sense of style and wants to make his own fashion line one day. This has gained him recognition from his favorite designer, Olivier Rostand, who calls him the Balmain Prince.
Really, it's a honor, pleasure, everything. You're doing so great, and anytime you wear Balmain, you just make me like more inspired to create more collections, like really.
Hongjoong is also interested in photography and opened an exhibition in celebration of his birthday in 2023.
So he is the like all-around artist. I mean, he really has a lot of artistic expression that needs to come out of him. I like that. That's cool.
On top of all of this, Hongjoong is very smart and well-spoken. often using this gift to express his immensely caring heart. And he has a strong sense of responsibility, making him the perfect leader. Hongjoong takes it upon himself to get involved in social causes like the Polished Man campaign, which advocates for ending violence against women and children. He also frequently makes donations to charity. Last year, he used the proceeds from his exhibition and his own money to make a 50 million won donation to the Korea Childhood Leukemia Foundation on 11/17. All around, Hongjoong was born to be an artist who moves people with his work. However,
진짜 얘는 연애.
I mean, Hongjoong, he only gave him the stats of an entertainer. What does that mean? Seonghwa calling him out. What does that mean?
능력치 빼고는 그 신이 만들 때 그걸 버렸어요. 네. 일상생활에 손이 정말 많이 가요.
Sweet. A song by Hongjoong for Seonghwa. Oh, that's
제가 고등학생 때부터 일 시작하고 제 학교를 제대로 못 가면서 계속 연습실에 있다 보니까 애들의 존재가 되게 커졌어요. 뭔가 방송이어서가 아니고 진심으로 애들이 어느 순간 좀 가족같이 되는 것 같아요. 왜 올라가면 애들 자고 있을 텐데 얼른 올라가서 애들 얼굴 한 번씩이라도 좀 보고 자야겠어요.
Okay.
Now we're talking, but you know what? I'm feeling a little bit crazy. Hit me with something stronger! I pay euro, pay dollar, pay M1, pay blah blah, pay for what I pay your first show, pay no.
I don't know what I was expecting, but I didn't expect this husky, growly voice out of Seonghwa. I think it's because of his visual is very ethereal, very he's very fairy-like in his look. I just really am shocked.
Seonghwa is the oldest member of the group. Together, he and Hongjoong make up the math line. If Hongjoong is the father of ATEEZ, Seonghwa is the mother.
I've heard that about him. I've heard that he is the mother. They call him mother. I hear that all over ATINYs calling him mother. I've seen a lot of TikToks and a lot of YouTube shorts referring to him as mother. So
이 친구는 바깥 양반이고 이 친구는 바깥 양반이고
나 소름 돋았어요. 왜냐면 애들도 항상 그렇게 비유하고 저희도 우린 뭐 엄마 아빠지 이랬는데 딱 거기서 얘기해 주시니까
일단 엄마 아빠 가운데 앉아야지.
그래, 엄마 아빠 가운데 앉고 야 자식놈들 들어와. 자, 엄마 아빠 큰아들 둘째 아들 둘째 아들 그래요. 야.
He is very caring and gentle-natured.
Sweet.
His beautiful heart comes through especially well in his writing. Seonghwa is a very talented writer.
I have to pause it and read at least some of this. I might not read it out loud, but it's very poetic. That's sweet.
He even brags about it himself. He didn't always have this kind of confidence though. Seonghwa struggled a lot with his self-confidence at the start of their career, especially regarding his looks and his singing.
내가 내 모습을 보기가 싫어서 일부러 머리도 더 길게 눈을 가리고 누가 내 노래를 듣는 게 부끄러워서 항상 늦은 시간 새벽이나 사람이 없는 시간대 그렇게 연습을 하고는 했지.
But because
this always makes me sad because I think that when you see somebody who's a celebrity or like with idols, you forget that they struggle with the same insecurities that we do on a daily basis. Like, I don't know why we see them, we put them up at this pedestal and we see their on-stage personalities and we completely forget that that's on stage. That is acting. That is performing. That is not going to be who they are on a daily basis. And when I hear stuff like this, it makes me so sad for them because you're almost like, how could that be you? You're a totally different person on stage. And I get sad when I think about the struggles that they deal with too. It's like watching a friend deal with that stuff and you just want to make them feel better, but you know you can't.
사람이 없는 시간대 그렇게 연습을 하고는 했지.
But because of the love that ATINYs constantly show him.
You guys are amazing. Because of you, I learned how to love myself.
These days, Seonghwa has gained a lot of confidence and is growing into himself more and more. His vocals have greatly improved as he's practiced and let himself relax into self-assurance, becoming one of the most stable vocalists in the group. Offstage, Seonghwa is wearing the clothes he wants to wear, growing out his hair the way he likes it, going live without makeup, or doing his own.
왜 지각해?
And generally showing more pride in his appearance.
Who is the visual of ATEEZ?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh! Yay!
He has a very goofy and chaotic personality. And the members fully embrace him. Seonghwa becomes a different person when he is performing, though no less himself. He has an intensity and an air of grandeur to him that make him a highlight of any performance.
He was one of the members of the group that when I was watching Kingdom, he struck me as very graceful. It looked to me like he really wasn't having to work, and I know he is. I know they all put in so much work, but he just looked very fluid and very comfortable on stage, and I love that about his performance.
He is the second member of the Demon line.
See that?
Seonghwa has been dancing since the beginning of elementary school and was the head of a competitive dance club called Dilettante throughout high school. He spent his school days dreaming up every detail of his future stages. So it's no surprise that he is such a legendary performer. What may be surprising is that Seonghwa is a great rapper too. In fact, he originally auditioned at KQ as a rapper and frequently expresses the desire to do more hip-hop style songs.
I can see that because I think his voice definitely has that grit that's really suited for rap and hip-hop. I can see that about him.
Recently, we have been blessed with more rapper Seonghwa in his unit song with Hongjoong, Mats, and in Bouncy. The name Seonghwa means to become a star. and Seonghwa is as mesmerizing and timeless as an entire constellation, even if he claims he is only the darkness that allows ATINYs to shine. Yunho was the second to join KQ after Hongjoong spent 6 months training alone. Yunho is tall, handsome, super sweet, and kind.
딱 연습실 이제 가가지고 이제 그 초인종을 눌렀는데 막 반응이 없는 거예요. 그러다가 누가 해맑게 들어오라고 열어줬습니다. 윤호였어요. 윤호가 이제 막 저 이제 긴장하고 있으니까 옆에 앉아가지고 막 서로 좋아하는 뭐 댄서 얘기도 하고.
와, 우리 윤호 천사다.
그러고 있었는데 이제
나한테도 그랬어.
The members have said that Yunho is the first to notice when someone is feeling down, and that he comes to them personally to express his concern and offer comfort. He has a warm heart and is easily moved. ATINYs often describe Yunho as boyfriend TM.
Oh.
He is also called a golden retriever because of his bubbly personality. He was even born on International Puppy Day.
How cute is that? So he's really a puppy. He's like puppy in spirit. I just realized I have no idea what my hair is doing right now.
He's the energizer of ATEEZ, always cracking jokes and making the members laugh. On stage, Yunho becomes very serious about his performance. Despite the fact that being tall is disadvantageous for dancers, Yunho is so good that he became the main dancer of ATEEZ.
Wow.
He learns choreography like breathing and leads the others in dance practice.
근데 여기 가자마자 차작차기야. 차작차.
His talent consistently catches the eye of professional dancers and mentors. He's super clean and accurate, but always looks relaxed.
He's sharp. He's really sharp. And my brother is tall. And I remember we used to do musicals in school. We do dance musicals and stuff. And him learning choreography was so hard. I mean, he's a musician. It's not like he had bad timing or anything. But just he's so long and trying to hit things with those lanky arms and those lanky legs and trying to get everything in sync is hard for him. So I'm actually super impressed.
I'm in
the only member to release solo dance cover for
I'm in love with the coco. I got it for the Lolo. Turn up. I'm in love with the coco.
As a true dancer with excellent musicality, Yunho has impressive freestyle skills.
It's just like
Yunho has been singing and dancing since he was just a kid.
You're not little.
In middle school, he joined an academy in preparation for the Arts High School entrance exam. There, he met Mingi.
Oh, they've known each other a long time.
만나자마자 거의 한 2시간 만나자마자 거의 엄청 빨리 친해졌다. 엄청 빨리 친해졌다. 나 태어나서 이렇게 빨리 친해진 건 처음이었어.
Yunho went on to be one of 40 students accepted to Seoul Performing Arts High School out of 500 applicants. He and Mingi stayed friends despite attending different schools. and unbeknownst to each other, they ended up auditioning for the same company, KQ.
That's great.
Now they are living their dreams together as ATEEZ members. Yunho has a very versatile singing voice. He can go very low, but also it's beautiful high notes.
He strikes me as very down to earth, like somebody that you would just want to genuinely just hang with, and that you would, I think anybody could feel comfortable just hanging out with. I think that's great.
He often serves as a bridge between the other members' vocals. Though he's main dancer, his voice frequently attracts the attention of professionals. His talents don't end there. Yunho was cast to play a central role in the drama Imitation.
Okay, well, I've been looking for some K-dramas that I need to watch, and apparently that's going to go on the list, so.
Yunho loves games and is very competitive.
자신 있습니까?
오전 됐어요.
자신 있습니다. 자신 있다고. 윤호상와 가와이 데스.
And he is that boy, because he's good at most things and luck is usually on his side.
Okay, let's see. We're just about halfway through. So I think I'm going to actually do this in two parts because my butt's fallen asleep, not going to lie. And so far I'm very, very interested. I don't know who my bias is going to be. So far, I'm leaning one direction, but I don't want to say because I still have a lot of members to get through. So we'll see who I end up with at the end of this. So catch the second part coming soon. See you next time.